Majorly, cinema is considered to be the source of escape and entertainment, which is absolutely fine. There is one section of filmmaker who saw cinema as a tool for voice of voiceless, and they utilized cinema as a tool to highlight and emphasize the social problems and bring changes in their living surrounding, or at least to provide new perspective on how things could be better in at most subtle way by adopting cinema as an honest social presentation as it is. Post World War II, the new moment in Italian cinema began, which is now popularly termed as Italian neorealism. Movies like Rome Open City by Rossellini and De Sica's Bicycle Thieves, made with non actors on screen, shot in real location and depicting the real economic and social scenario of then Italian society. Italian neorealism gave rise to various film movements around the globe. One such movement was seen in Iranian cinema, giving rise to Iranian New Wave, which introduced postmodern Iranian filmmakers like Abbas Kiarostami and his longtime associate Jafar Panahi. Abbas Kiarostami, a filmmaker, screenwriter, painter, poet, and graphic designer. He is popular among moviegoers for his realistic approach in making movies. His movies are known to have a fine blend of fictional and documentary approach, with long takes and repeating shots, and of course, Kiarostami's obsession towards conversation shot in cars. Most of them creating a claustrophobic frame, capturing the genuine conscious change in characters' emotions on screen. Close Up. It's a story of an individual who claims to be Mohsen Makhmalbaf, an Iranian film director. He enters the house and calls the family about him making a movie involving them. Movie neatly depicts the modesty of the character as honest as possible. Beauty lies when he confesses in court why he impersonates as Makhmalbaf, highlights the modest liking for recognition and respect he received when he was initially mistaken to be Makhmalbaf.
منم سینماگرم گفتم که بیام احوال بپرسم و با نسبتی به هم داریم
شما کیارستمی بله تعجب میکنم بله
خب من میتونم بعد کاری بکنم
شما درد مرایتون به بیان تصویری بکشید.
His movie Taste of Cherry dwells into the mind of melancholic, lonely mid-aged man who has decided to end his life and is in search of someone who could bury him after death. In the due course, he comes across various individuals of varied intellect who give their honest response for his proposal and try to change his mind from his decision. Abbas Kiarostami, about whom an all-time best author Jean-Luc Godard had rightly said that films begins with D.W. Griffith and ends with Abbas Kiarostami. Today this creative genius might have stopped making movies since 4th July 2016, but his works continues to inspire many more movie aspirants. Jafar Panahi, a revolutionary filmmaker, made some gem of cinemas. To name few: White Balloon, Mirror, Circle, Offside. Mirror is a movie which narrates a very simple story of a girl who is put in a situation where once her mother does not arrive to get her back home from school. This pushing her find her way back home herself with vague idea of road signs and landmark of the city. Film breaks the fourth wall when the girl gets irritated and abandons the film crew, leaving them in confusion. That's when Panahi decides to keep camera still rolling, tracking her without her conscious as she finds her way back home. Panahi's later movies like Circle and Offside became voice for suppressed women section of Iranian society. These films depicted the staunch control of Iranian society on women's liberty and voicing the need for equality in as subtle way as possible. Consequently, later on, only to be imprisoned for 6 years and 20 years ban on making or directing any movies.
ممنوعیت از ساختن هر نوع فیلم 20 سال، ممنوعیت از فیلم نامه نوشتن 20 سال، سفر 20 سالم، مصاحبه.
But this did not stop him from making movies. He continued making movies, hiding from the administration surveillance. In 2011, his movie This Is Not a Film made a very unusual entry to Cannes, where the movie was smuggled out of Iran on a USB drive that had been hidden inside a cake. And Panahi's wife and daughter attended the festival on behalf of him. Once who tried to become a voice of voiceless, now requires a voice. I loved watching his movies. I would love to watch him make more movies, but not hidden, with full freedom. I hope there are many more who wish the same. Creative mind is cuffed and pushed under the shadow. This video may go lost among millions of contents online. Always a voice from one corner of the mind that always says, butterfly's wings can cause the tornado.